Hello fellow woodworkers and welcome to this week's edition of the Garage Workshop 10-minute tool review. This week we're going to be looking at a little haul from the USA, mainly coming from Harbor Freight and Walmart. Roll the intro. So fellow woodworkers, in this week's edition of the 10-minute tool review, we're going to look at this haul of tools that recently came from the USA, from Harbor Freight, which is an American big box store, a bit like B&Q, Wix, that type of thing, and Walmart. And particularly if you live in the US and you're watching this video, you will know that Walmart has a huge array of tools, both in the stores and online. So we've got Harbor Freight and we've got Walmart, and we're going to go through each one. I'm going to explain to you why I bought them, how much they cost, and we'll look at each of the products. The first one, which may seem a bit unusual, is this ammunition case. It's a .50 ammunition case, and this was bought from Harbor Freight. I'll come on to a little bit more of the thinking about that in a minute. Now, this item was on sale. A few of the Harbor Freight items you're going to see in this video were on sale at the time it was bought. And this ammunition bin, a .50 caliber ammunition bin, came out at $6.79. I think the normal price is $8.99. So in our UK money, in pounds, it was £5.25. So we'll come on to that again in a minute. Now, down here at the front, I've got a plush saw. It's made by the company Pittsburgh. Again, we'll look at this in a minute. It's a 6.5 inch 17 TPI flush cut saw. And again, it was in a Harbor Freight sale. They have these sales which I want to say, oh, can't stand it back up. They have these sales which I want to say are like car park sales, or they've got a better name. If you are watching this from the US, let me know what it is. Tailgating sale, something like that. Anyway, the plush saw was in there for $7.99. Again, we'll come on to why I bought that specifically, which equated to £6.18. The next item was this Central Pneumatic 17-piece air tool accessory kit. Now, the reason why I specifically went for this one is it's got Euro style connectors which fit my high and die compressor, and it was in sale. And this was an incredible price. This entire set, which we'll have a closer look at in a minute, was $9.99, which turned out to be about £7.73. I did a comparison with some of the items in there on B&Q, Amazon, and that sort of thing, and it was a really, really good buy. That again, I think that was on sale. I think it's normally like $11.99, but I paid $9.99 for it, which was £7.73. And the last of the Harbor Freight items is this Warrior lithium 12-volt cordless drill driver. Now we're going to have a look at it, and I'll talk a little bit more about it. This is the cheapest possible driver, hand drill driver, that I could find in any of the big box stores in the United States. Warrior is a brand, is Harbor Freight's sort of own brand, or there's a lot of Warrior tools on there if it isn't. Again, if you're American or watching this from America, let me know in the comments. I've seen these drill drivers in a couple of YouTube videos. I've always had really, really great feedback on them. Very cheap. Now, they're 12-volt lithium ones. Now, obviously, this is the UK. This device is obviously made for a completely different electric system, and I'm hoping that I'm going to get away with being able to just use like a travel converter to charge it, as it's only 12 volts. It should work okay. It might take longer, might burn out, who knows, but it has come pre-charged. I did check that, so it is charged. So these items all came from Harbor Freight. The items from Walmart, slightly different. The first one is a Sharpie, which you may think, why is a Sharpie in a woodwork video? But I do use Sharpies all the time, and this is one of their king size Sharpies. I bought one of these the last time I was in the States, and I've just about run it out. I do use it a lot, and it was on sale at $3.99. It's normally like $8.99. It's an incredible Walmart sale. Walmart do have really good sales, which worked out to be £3.09. And then we've got Titebond. I still find it bizarre that I can go to the USA and buy Titebond and bring it back to the UK at a fraction of the cost this glue is in the UK. I got two types. I got the Titebond Premium, which is the interior exterior one, which is obviously waterproof, and I got their normal professional strength glue. Now, I've just looked these up in a range of different places, and this just gives you a bit of an indication. The bottles, both of the bottles currently, as the day of filming this video on B&Q, believe it or not, this bottle of premium, the 16 fluid ounce bottle, the 473ml bottle on B&Q is £16.98, which is a huge amount. On Amazon, these bottles are £12, excuse me, £12 and a penny each. So that is a lot of money. How much did I pay for them? Well, in Walmart, I paid £5.76 for each of these bottles. £5.76, which equates to a lot less money than you pay for them in the UK. So £5.76 for each of those bottles, which I think is brilliant. And lastly, we come to this, something that I've been after for a very, very long time. It is the Kreg pocket hole jig. It's the 520 Pro. Now, this was on sale in Walmart. I could have bought it in lots and lots of different places. I could have bought it directly from Kreg. I could have bought it from Rockler, Home Depot. It was on sale in Walmart when I bought it. It was down to $70 on sale, and that included an instant rebate when you went to the checkout. So a really, really good deal. They're normally $99, but I got it for $70. This equivalent jig, you can buy it at B&Q warehouse, their marketplace online. You can buy it there. It's £105, and it's £92 on Amazon, and I paid $70 for it. So a significant bargain. So all of these items, we're going to open them up, take a look at them, and I'll talk you through why I bought them and what I think of the quality. Okay, so the first product that we're going to start with is this, which is the Bunker Hill Security Ammo Box. Like I said, it's a .50 caliber box, and as you can see on it, it is designed for holding boxes of bullets. No boxes of bullets are going in it from me, but the reason why I wanted this is because I had one of these before, and it was really useful for storage because they're made of really nicely strong, rigid plastic, because obviously they're carrying bullets. They're very, very well manufactured, and it's got a nice clasp here at the side, as you can see, and then when you open it up, there is a lot of space in it, as you can see. I can fill that with screws, I can fill that with lots of different things, storage things in there. There's tons and tons of space in it. You can buy them in all different sizes. I think there's a .30 caliber. There's lots of different sizes, but they're really handy. They're really tough boxes, super, super strong. You can drop them. They don't tend to shatter or split. And for the amount of money I paid, it gives me a great little bit of storage addition in the garage workshop. So that's the first product, and it even says on the top, look, ammunition, fishing gear, electronics, camera equipment. You can do all of that. It says it holds 6 to 8 standard boxes. It's corrosion resistant. interlocking steel stack system for easy storage. So it is a good little piece of kit, that. Very happy. The next item is going to be these 2 bottles of wood glue, as I just said. Now, I don't know what you use, what's your preference, please let me know in the comments, but I have used a lot of different glues. I've used cheap ones, I've used expensive ones, I've used Gorilla, I've used loads and loads of different glue. Titebond is without a doubt my favourite glue. I just think it's brilliant. Super, super strong, really good drying time, never had any issues with it at all, and it's even easier to clean up, I think. These 2 bottles, standard size bottles, as I said, and these ones are the premium and the original. They do another one, which I was going to buy, which is the sort of greeny one, outdoor one, but I just went for these 2 because these are the ones that I use the most. So 16 fluid ounces, 473ml bottles. Can't go wrong with those. Titebond. The next item is the Sharpie. I'm not going to say much at all about this. What I will say though, these king size Sharpies aren't always easy to get in the UK, and if they are, they're astronomically expensive. The good things about Sharpie is they do last a long time, they don't tend to dry up, or they haven't in my experience, and this one has got the chisel tip, which you can either use to do with fine lines, obviously if you do it one way, and thicker lines if you do it the other. And for the money, buying that on sale, definitely worth it. Okay, so this next next item is the flush cut saw from Pittsburgh. It's a 17 TPI 6.5 inch saw, and you will have known if you watched my recent video on my AliExpress haul. Again, that'll be in the playlist. I bought another flush cut saw, double-sided one, which is here for comparison. The reason why I went for this Pittsburgh one, and again, I'm not sure if Pittsburgh gets sold everywhere or if it's a Harbor Freight exclusive. If you're watching this in the US and you know, please let me know in the comments. But I went for this Pittsburgh one because 96% of customers who bought this would recommend it, and it's got 4.6 rating out of 5. Let me get rid of that AliExpress one. So really good, and the quality looked really, really good. And when you looked at the reviews, it had really good feedback on the quality of it. The thickness of the handle is amazing. It is super thick, and I think this saw is going to get a lot of use. Now, all the other saws I've got, as I said in that other video, the other saws I've got are very, very flimsy. So I'm going to open this now and see if we've got a thicker, hopefully, blade. Now, the reviews did say that. That is an awful job of opening it. Okay, so let's take the saw out. Move those bits. So straight away I can say it feels really well balanced. That handle is proper thick, and it's got a nice sort of comforted feel to it. The blades are super sharp, and I mean really sharp. It's got a little place to hold it at the top, but very impressed with that. The bend on it, if you compare that to the AliExpress one, which bends a lot easier, the bend is nice. It's a nice quality bend on it. Really pleased with that. I'm just going to have a go and saw a little bit of wood. Just use this little strip and see how well it cuts. Wow, that was really, really good. Nice end to the cut as well. Yeah, that's a nice little blade, especially for the amount of money that I paid for it. So really impressed with that. The Pittsburgh 6.5 inch flush cut saw. Okay, so the next item is the Air Tool accessory set, and as I said, this is a 17 piece set. Really good feedback on this set. It's had 2,185 people have commented on it on Harbour Freight. It's got a 4.5 rating, and 94% of people would say they would recommend it. Now this set, the reason that I bought it is, if you've got an air compressor, this set pretty much is going to do everything that you want it to do. On the back, it's got all the different bits. It's got some pictures to show you what goes where, how you get all of the different things to fit together, and you can literally do anything with it. So obviously it's got an air blower, it's got a gouge, 50 psi gouge, it's got lots of adapters, it's got an air gun, and most importantly it's on the Euro style threads or adapters, because when I bought my high-end I didn't realize that it was on the Euro style, which is not a lot of good because most things in the UK don't run on that, and also I found that they're much more expensive. I did buy a set from Amazon that cost quite a lot of money, and to be honest with you, I wasn't very impressed with the quality. So I've just opened the packet, and let's slip out one of the adapters. Now these adapters are a construction of steel mixed with brass. As I said, it's got a sort of 0 to 50 psi rating, I think, but they're really nice quality considering the set. You mean you pay $9.99 for the set, and you've got 17 different items in it, which I think is really good. The whole pack is very weighty, and the coupler in particular looks really strong. Somebody did tell me recently, I think it was a guy in Merchandise Mark, that you can buy couplers that convert a Euro style compressor to a non-Euro style one, but to be honest I wouldn't bother doing that. I think in this pack and the ones I've got everything I need. So for $9.99, a really good set, the Central Pneumatic 17-piece air tool accessory set. Okay, so this particular item I am really interested in seeing. This is the Warrior 12-volt lithium 3/8 of an inch cordless drill driver. It says variable speed drill for general purpose use. It includes a 3/8 of an inch cordless drill, a 12-volt lithium battery, and a 12-volt lithium battery charger, and the number on it is 57366. Now, as I said, obviously this is an American packet. Hopefully just an American travel adapter will be able to charge it because it's only 12 volts. But let's have a look at some of the spec on it. It says variable speed from 0 to 550 RPM. It's got 132 inch pounds, don't know what that means, for the torque. Chuck size obviously is 3/8 of an inch. It's got 12 clutch settings and a 12-volt 1.3 amp hour lithium battery, which is obviously included. Net weight is 2.6. So it tells you what it's got in the box, and it also tells you on the back all of the different features. So it's got the LED light for clear and dark corners, lightweight compact design, etc. So let's have a look inside it. As I said, I have already opened it, and that was just to check that the battery had a charge. So inside the pack we have got the instructions, the safety instructions, which are there, pretty standard. We've got the actual drill itself, which is there. I'll talk to you a little bit more about that in a sec. And we've got the battery and charger combination. Now, it's one of those battery and charger combinations where, and I've got this on quite a few of my Aldi tools in particular, where the actual charger plugs directly into the battery to recharge it. It's not one of the ones when you slide it in and it works. It's one of the ones where you actually plug it in and then the charger plugs into the wall. Now, the battery, as I said, was already fully charged. So the first thing I'm going to say is, obviously, if you're going to pay this amount of money for a set that looks like this, you cannot expect DeWalt style quality, and clearly there isn't. The battery is very plasticky, it's not rubbery at all. As I said, it's 12 volt, 1.3 amp hours. Has got screws there though, so I think if the batteries ever went, you'd certainly be able to take that power pack apart and replace the batteries, which is a good thing. I'm just going to check the reviews. I forgot to do that before I opened the box. So it has 2,584 reviews on the Freight Harbour website, and it's got a 4.6 out of 5 rating, with 95% of people saying that they would recommend it. They've all said not that it's a brilliant product in terms of, you know, a lot of features. What they're saying is, for the money, it is a great little thing. You can see where they've saved the money, because the actual body is very, very plasticky. You know, Rob from Weekend Shedhead would not like this. There's not a bit of rubber in sight anywhere on it, but it's a very, very bog standard drill. It's obviously got the sliding switch for forward and reverse. Quite heavy in the hand. It's not sort of lightweight, and it's obviously got the 12 different clutch settings and the drill setting at the end. Very standard. All of this is just sort of cheap plastic molding, really. But the actual body, it's not awful by any means. So we'll put the pack on and give it a whirl and see how it sounds. Oops. So not very powerful, as you can see, but to be honest with you, I've really bought it to just use as a screwdriver. So with that in mind, I'm going to go and grab a screw and a piece of wood, and let's give it a little run out. Okay, so I've got a piece of stud-work timber here that I used in an earlier project where I actually cut it in half. So I'm going to try it first of all as a drill, if I can get the drill bit in it, which I should be able to do, but it's not liking that. Let's try again. It should fit in. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so it's all chucked up, the drill. Let's give it a go, see how well it does. Now, on the drill mode. Okay, so super clean hole there. It felt all right drilling with it. Not a lot of power, obviously, and you wouldn't really expect that, but it didn't seem to struggle working its way through the wood. So let's put in a driver bit. I'll just use one of these Craftsman ones that I've got. It's a very sort of big aperture for the drill, if you know what I mean. It takes quite a long time. And let's just put a couple of screws in. Just got a couple of little wood screws here. Let's see how it does with those. Wow, that went in really quick. And I've just got one of these smaller self-tapping screws. Let's try that. Again, really nice. I am tempted to go and get a bigger screw and try that. I'm going to do that. So I've got a much larger screw here. Let's see if it copes with that. So it got most of the way through. It's catching a little bit now. But to be fair, it's just broken through the surface. So yeah, I'm really impressed with that. Equally as good, if not better, than my Parkside drill driver, and for a tiny little unit with a maximum RPM of 550, that is an absolute winner. And especially at such a low price. I'm just going to see, I'll put it on the screen because I need to go and dig out, see if I don't actually know if I've got one, but I bet you I'm going to be able to recharge that battery using that and the adapter. So really pleased with that. Okay, so this is the last product. Save the best to last because I've been wanting to get my hands on one of these for a long time. It is the Kreg pocket hole jig, the 520 Pro, and it's the handheld jig. Now you'll know from my videos I've got the one which sort of fixes down. You can put the wood in. This one, as you can see from the pictures, this one is one where you can clamp the wood on it, or you can put pocket holes onto things that are partially assembled, and it would have been really handy to have this when I finished my 3D printer cabinet recently. So let's have a look at what's on the inside of the box. It says here all of the things that it can do, but let's actually get it out and see what's in the box first of all. I can hear inside some pocket hole screws, and I think with this set it comes with some free pocket hole screws, which my last Kreg jig did. So instructions, standard set of Kreg instructions detailing what all of the different things are and how you use it. The Kreg clamp, which I already have for my other Kreg pocket hole device. So this one, much smaller clamp. In here is the KJD drill bit, standard Kreg drill bit, which looks like this, which you'll have seen again in my videos, and 2 boxes of Kreg pocket hole screws, a sample pack. It says these ones, there's 40 2.5 inch or 64 mil, and 60 1.5 inch or 32 mil. I actually think Kreg's pocket hole screws are really good. Trend ones are good as well, but I do think the Kreg ones are particularly good. And we've got the actual unit itself there, which we'll take a proper look on, the accessories, and the sort of screwdriver bit, the driver blade that you use to do the screws up. So I'm just going to have a quick look at the instructions and then we'll have a review. Okay, so I've just checked through the instructions to make sure I know what I'm doing and I'm using it properly. This guide that comes with it is this is for measuring the wood, or the width or the depth of the wood. So you get the wood and you rest it on there, and it tells you what depth the wood is and what you should set it at. Now, this is between sort of 1/2 and 3/4. It's a 18 mil piece of MDF, which we'll come to in a minute. And then you get the blade, the drill bit out, and on it, hopefully you can see that it's got 3 markings on it. And all you do is put the collar on it to whichever mark you're going to, and then use the other end of the tool that's got the built-in sort of Allen key to fix it to the right measurement. So as I said, this piece of wood is sort of somewhere in between 1/2 and 3/4. I think 3/4 is about 19 mil. So what I'm going to do is just make it slightly larger than 19 mil, because what I don't want to do is drill a hole in the plastic, which I've done with my other one a number of times. So the collar is nice and strong on there now. I'll just put it in this drill. It's just a cheap Ferrex drill, and I'm hoping that will be good enough to do it. Now, on the actual unit itself, the unit again has those same markings. Obviously, because I bought it in the States, it's all in imperial as opposed to metric, which isn't a big problem. I'm just going to move the camera so you can see that a bit better. So it's obviously all imperial, and to move the slot, you just hold these 2 grey bits in at the side and it pushes down. So there are sort of nuts, holes, sort of slits for it to click into, as you'll have heard or seen there. And those enable you to do the 3 different lengths. Obviously, you've got the traditional 3 bits. In terms of the handle, it's got an unlock and a lock position. So when you put it in the lock position, you can't push the handle in any further. And obviously the handle is attached to this. So when you've got the right thickness of wood, you do that. It's got a quick release, which is there, which reduces it. So you unlock it. And then you can put the piece of wood in. So let's just try it now. I'll just put the quick release on to take it all the way back. Hopefully you saw that flip back. And also on the top, let me show you that before I put the wood in, it has got a unit at the top which allows you to rotate the handle. It's got like a little groove that it sits in, and you can literally just rotate the handle. So if you want to do it that way, or you want to do it on the side, it's a little bit more comfortable, and they go all the way around to the back, so you can have it in any sort of angle. Let's put it on, and obviously it's undone at the moment, so now I can do it up. Now it's done up, I'm going to lock it down so the handle won't move anymore, and then I should be able to drill the pocket hole. And if I've done everything right, it won't go all the way through. Oops. Always does that on that drill. So to release it, just the quick release button should release it, which it's done. Undo it. And there is the pocket hole. And to be fair, I was a little bit worried about damaging it, so I haven't gone all the way through. But a really nice pocket hole there. So fellow woodworkers, that is the end of this week's 10-minute tool review and my little tool haul that came mainly from Harbour Freight and Walmart. Please let me know in the comments if you've experienced any of these tools, used any of them, got any of them. If you're a regular shopper in Harbour Freight or Walmart for tools, also let me know, particularly if you're based in the US, and also if you know anything about some of the brands that I've mentioned in this week's video. Thank you so much for watching. If this is your first time at the Garage Workshop, please can I ask you to subscribe, like and comment and hit the notification bell. It really helps the algorithm and it helps get this content out to a wider audience of people. If you are a regular viewer, thank you so much. Again, let me know what you think in the comments of any of these tools, and I'll catch you on next week's edition of the Garage Workshop. Take care, fellow woodworkers.